Hello and welcome. Welcome to a new program. Welcome to Vaughan and Vivo, the only show. Well, miento. This is not the only show, but this is the only channel in the world that offers 24 hours a day of English, 7 days a week for your benefit, completely free. You don't pay anything for this, all right? And I guarantee you it's the only channel in the world. So you should consider yourself a very lucky man or a very lucky little girl because you are part of history. History in the making, okay? You're part of history. La historia, estamos haciendo historia con cada programa aquí. Y eres cómplice en esto. And the people in Argentina don't have this. The people in Germany don't have this. The people in Kazakhstan don't have this. The people in Vietnam don't have this. The people in China and Mongolia don't have this. And the people in France, Italy, Morocco, Portugal, they don't have this. Only you. The people in Spain, and not everybody in Spain yet. Only the people in certain demarcaciones who have TDT, and in certain areas, are the people who are watching through other types of channels like Zatu, Imagenio, and other channels, okay? So, count your lucky stars. Se dice en inglés, cuenta tus estrellas suertudas, literalmente, o tus estrellas de la suerte. Count your lucky stars because you are one of the few people, very few people on the planet Earth who can benefit from an English teaching channel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, if you don't learn English, then you don't deserve, no te mereces ver este programa, then you don't deserve to watch this show or this channel, okay? Which means that you have a responsibility to me and to my colleagues. We have a responsibility to you, but you have a responsibility to us, and that responsibility is to learn y a marchas forzadas y a velocidades supersónicas. I expect, y aquí se pronuncia en inglés, I expect progress from you because you don't know how lucky you are. Say you are, no are you. Are you lucky? Yes, you are. And you don't know how lucky you are. Okay. You ready to start? Shall we start? Pregunto. ¿Comenzamos? ¿Empezamos? Shall we start? Así se dice. Cuando en español utilizáis el presente como sugerencia o buscando consenso o acuerdo. ¿Comenzamos? Shall we start? Shall. Aquí se dice shall en inglés. Y luego tú dices, yes. Empecemos. Sí, ¿empezamos? Sí, empecemos. Shall we start? Yes, let's start. ¿Por qué son tan largas estas listas? Why are these lists so long? My God, these lists last forever. When are you going to finish these books? Richard, you've been spending the entire season, Temporada, with these two silly books. English. If you know the English in these two books, you can negotiate a $10 million contract. So I'm going to stay in what I consider relevant, lo relevante. ¿Por qué son tan largas estas listas? Why are these lists so long? Porque lo digo yo, because I say so. I want long lists full of meat, de carne, de chicha. Hay mucha chicha aquí en estos libros. These books are incredibly good. A ver si os cuelo, a ver si os vendo un libro. These books are really, really good. Y no son la moto, son buenos, ¿eh? Os voy a vender la moto, pero algo muy bueno. These books are good. And if you're interested in these books, you write to Aprende Inglés Tuve asking, oye, quiero los libros que el señor Vaughan en Vivo usa. They will send the email to me or to people in the organization where I work, and por H o por B, some way, we will get the books to you. All right? They're very good. ¿Por qué son tan largas estas listas? Why are these lists so long? And these books vienen ustedes también with my voice, with American voice, British voice. It's very good. Okay. Hablas demasiado. You talk too much. Would you mind talking a bit less? I'm the teacher. I'm the one who does the talking. Soy el quien habla, ¿eh? Aquí, tú no. I'm the one who does the talking. You're the one who does the listening. You are here to learn, aprender. No estás aquí para exponer. Yo estoy para exponer, no para aprender. We have two roles. Yo expongo, tú aprendes. Okay? So, be quiet. Sit down. Be still. Estate quieto. Don't move. Pay attention and let me do the talking. Okay? Es una forma, hacer el hablar. Se dice mucho en inglés. To do the talking. Let your fingers do the walking. Deja que tus dedos anden. Se dice en inglés, let your fingers do the walking, is a very famous television spot in America for las páginas amarillas, the yellow pages. And you said, let your fingers do the walking through the yellow pages. Por cierto, si vais a hablar alguna vez en inglés de the yellow, de las páginas amarillas, pronunciad bien yellow. Yellow. Casi suena igual que un vaso con hielo. Yellow. Parece alguien, un guirita tratando de hablar de hielo. Dice, yellow, quiero yellow en mi vaso. Yellow, así se pronuncia amarillo en inglés. Because with my Spanish students, I prohibit them to talk about the yellow pages, para evitar las risas. Porque tenéis la manía de pronunciar la V, la Y en inglés como una J inglesa, jello. Jello es gelatina con sabor a frutas. Entonces son las páginas de gelatina con sabor a frutas en vez de las páginas amarillas. It sounds very funny. Excuse me, do you have the jello pages? No, yellow. Yellow. La Y en inglés entra como la HI en español, como hierba, hiedra, hielo. Hiedra, ¿ok? No, you. You are, no, you are, you. You are yellow, eres amarillo. You're yellow, you. Solo hay que escuchar a los guiris cuando hablamos y emularnos en inglés. Venimos a España y decimos, yo quiero yogurt. Yo me gusta el yogurt. No decimos, yo quiero yogurt. Decimos, yo quiero yogurt, porque la griega es you. Entra como una I latina, you. Entra como la H en hielo. Imagina la palabra hielo. La tercera letra es una E, hielo. Cambia la E a una U, yulo. YOLO, ya, eso es la griega. You are. La gente, los yuppies de Yemen hacen yoga, junto con Yoda. Yeah, the yuppies in Yemen do yoga with Yoda. Yoda does yoga in Yemen del Sur. Yoda. Ok. Hablas demasiado. Sigo pensando que hablas demasiado. You talk too much. Look, when you talk, you run a 90% risk of saying something silly. Every time you open your mouth, there's a 90% probability that you're going to say something that's not very intelligent. So why don't you just keep your mouth shut? Don't you remember the song, Silence is golden, golden? El silencio es de oro. Pero también es verdad. It's also true that if you never speak, you never contribute to the common knowledge of humanity and mankind. So, find the right balance. Ocurre de vez en cuando. It happens from time to time. It happens every once in a while. It happens every now and then. There are many ways. Hay muchas formas de decir de vez en cuando. La menos corriente es la que curiosamente más se enseña en los libros de inglés, porque es muy fácil de recordar. From time to time. O sea, de tiempo en tiempo, de vez en cuando, de cuando en cuando. From time to time, from time to time. It's perfect. From time to time. I never say it. When I speak English, I say every once in a while. Always. I grew up saying every once in a while. Cada una vez en un rato, literalmente. Every once in a while. Every once in a while, I get angry with my students. Usually I don't. But every once in a while, I get angry. Otra forma igual, every now and then. Every now and then. Oh, sin every. Now and then. I get angry with my students. Okay? There's several ways of saying de vez en cuando. Ocurre de vez en cuando. It happens from time to time. It happens every now and then. It happens every once in a while. Yeah, don't worry about it. Mistakes happen. Yes. Life's not perfect. Life is not perfectly predictable. There are certain elements in life that are unpredictable. Life is precarious by nature. Nature, naturaleza, por naturaleza la vida es precaria. You cannot eliminate precariousness in life completely. You have to live with it. And you can't legislate against precariousness completely. So don't expect life to be stable and secure 100%. You need to be ready for possible eventualities. You need to be prepared. You need to save some money and keep an emergency fund to slowly build up. To build is construir, pero build up is ir acumulando. To slowly build up an emergency fund in case something happens, and not to depend 100% on the state, because the state can never cover all of your needs. So you need to look out for yourself. To look out for yourself is cuidar de ti mismo. To look out for yourself. To look after yourself is cuidarte. Pero cuidar de ti mismo, de velar por tu propio bien, we say to look out for yourself. Look out también es cuando dice, ojo, cuidado, look out. Okay? But to look out for yourself means you first. Be selfish. Sé egoísta un poquito. Be selfish and make sure you cover your own security first, and the people you love, of course, and then help others. But don't go through life thinking that Papá Estado, the state, is going to cover your needs if things bad happen to you. The state will cover probably some of your needs. And it's necessary for the state to also be prepared to help you because life is precarious, and we need to try collectively to reduce the precariousness of life as much as possible. But it's impossible to cover it all. So you need to be careful and to look out for yourself. Porque ocurre de vez en cuando cosas inesperadas. Unexpected things can happen from time to time. And so you need to be ready when those things happen. Some people, here in Spain, not very often, but in the United States, in my generation, now I don't know. When I was growing up, most people got married in their 20s. Now it's still the same. Here it's in your 30s. In Spain, if people get married, si es que se casan, because more and more people don't get married. But in Spain, if people get married now, it's usually in their 30s. Maybe the average age is 32, 33, I don't know. In the States, it's probably around 27, 28 is the average age that people get married. And when I was growing up, the average age was maybe 23 or 24. After university, it was quite common for people to tie the knot, atar el nudo, to tie the knot and get married. And when they did, they usually didn't have a house. Here in Spain, people prefer to close the idea of your house before getting married. Before you tie the knot in Spain, it's a tradition for people to cover certain elements. Having a job, contrato indefinido, por supuesto, a permanent contract, maybe both, husband and wife with a permanent contract before they get married, when they are engaged, prometidos, and to start the payments on the house. And then, la da da da, they get married. Okay, it's fine. That's a more conservative way. Hay más aversión a riesgo aquí, por motivos comprensibles, a veces históricos. So people are a bit more conservative. In my country, when I was growing up, no, people didn't wait to buy a house. They got married and were renting a house. That was very common. And the first thing many couples, not all, but of course the first thing many couples bought was a life insurance policy. Una póliza de seguro de vida. in which the husband who was working and the wife was not, because the wife was pregnant, maybe expecting a baby, pregnant, embarazada, expecting a baby, and so she stopped working, or she didn't start working, and the husband was working, and he bought an insurance policy to cover them in case something happened to him. Okay, that's being careful in your planning and creating that emergency fund. Porque las cosas ocurren a veces. Unexpected things can happen. ¿Y con qué frecuencia ocurren esas cosas inesperadas? How often do they happen? I don't know. I have no idea. That's why insurance exists. The concept of insurance exists to cover unexpected things and to spread the risk. To spread es extender, untar pan, por ejemplo, con mantequilla, porque extiendes la mantequilla o la margarina. You spread the butter or margarine on the bread. Okay? To spread. A bedspread también es la colcha de la cama, porque lo extiendes para cubrir toda la cama. It's a bedspread. Se extendía el incendio forestal. The forest fire spread to several different counties, varios condados, o comarcas aquí en España. It spread to several different areas. To spread, se extiende, okay? Y extender riesgo is what insurance does. So if something bad happens to you or to your house, well, you're covered, or to your objects, to your material objects, well, then you're covered, because it doesn't happen to your neighbor or to the neighbor's neighbor or to 1,000 other people, and so there's enough money to cover your needs. Okay. Fue tan fácil, como decían al final. Was it as easy as they said? It wasn't as easy as they said. They told you that learning English would be easy. Yeah, I don't remember. ¿Qué dijeron? Con 1,000 palabras. They told you that with 1,000 words you could learn English. And you paid them money. Yeah? And did you learn? No? A little? Okay. How much did it cost? How much did you learn? What's the cost-benefit analysis? It wasn't worth it? No valió la pena. It wasn't worth it? Okay. Así que no fue tan fácil como decían. It wasn't as easy as they said. Okay. Those are snake oil salespeople. What you call encantadores de serpientes. Yeah, they bring you out and they... Okay. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. You are my prodigal son and my prodigal daughter. Welcome back. Are you ready to make an effort again? Okay. Venden humo. They sell smoke. Okay. To learn English or to learn German or to learn Spanish for a foreigner requires a lot of time. Yeah, it requires a lot of effort. Yes. Yes, it took me 3 years and 3,000 hours of effort to learn English. Okay? And I remember the problems I had. I had big problems trying to learn Spanish, excuse me. It took me a long time. And I'm a linguist. And I was living in Spain. And do you expect to learn English faster than I learned Spanish when you're not a linguist and you don't live in England or the States or Canada? No seas iluso, que ya hay bastantes. Las palabras que voy a decir no son petulantes. Son el fruto de muchos años observando el proceso de aprender en inglés con un buen progreso. So, pay attention to me when I tell you, don't buy those people who are promising to learn English in 5 months. Incluso hay un libro que dice en 7 días. There's even a book that says in 7 days, learn English in 7 days. And the man is making more money than me. Okay, fine. Well, no fue tan fácil como decían, ¿verdad? It wasn't as easy as they said, right? ¿Hubo problemas? Were there any problems? ¿Habrá problemas? Will there be any problems? ¿Hay problemas? Are there any problems? ¿Ha habido hasta ahora problemas? Have there been any problems? ¿Habría problemas si no estuviera Juan? Would there be any problems if John weren't here? Ayer hubiera habido problemas si no hubiera estado Juan? Even my Spanish is losing it. Would there have been any problems yesterday if John hadn't been there? ¿Podría haber problemas ahora? Could there be any problems now? Puede que haya problemas. There may be some problems. Otra vez con hay, hubo, habrá, habría, podría haber habido, ha habido, etc. Okay. Hay un problema. There is a problem. There is. Hay dos problemas. There are two problems. Hubo un problema ayer. There was a problem yesterday. Había dos problemas ayer. There were two problems yesterday. En inglés hablamos como los levantinos en España, los mallorquines. Habían dos problemas ayer. Okay. Han habido, etc. Pero en inglés se dice así. Ayer había un problema ayer. There was a problem yesterday. There were two problems. Ahora, la pregunta, solemos insertar any. ¿Había problemas? Were there any problems? ¿Hay problemas ahora? Are there any problems now? ¿Ha habido problemas últimamente? Have there been, plural, have there been any problems lately? ¿Habrá problemas la semana próxima? Will there be any problems next week? Vamos a ver esos cuatro. Ahora mismo. Are there any problems now? Ayer. Were there any problems yesterday? Mañana. Will there be any problems tomorrow? Hasta ahora. Have there been, inclusive, sigue vigente. Have there been any problems up to now? Inclusive, up to now, and including after now. Have there been any problems? Okay. So, tardarás alrededor de una hora. It will take you around an hour. It will take you about an hour. Yeah, don't worry. It will take you, the water is acting up on me. It will take you about an hour. Don't worry. To learn English, according to that man, it will take you an hour. Aprende usted inglés en una hora. Y luego te cobra, ¿eh? So, ¿y cuánto te cobra por esto? Nada. But you pay that person because he promises to learn English in 1 hour. Okay? Well, it will take you a little more than an hour with me to learn English. It will take you about 3,000 hours. And I'm sorry to be a aguafiestas. I'm sorry to be an agurero. I'm sorry to be a party pooper. A party pooper es un aguafiestas. I'm sorry to ruin your day. Me has estropeado el día diciéndome la realidad. Yo quiero vivir en los sueños y soy iluso por naturaleza. Well, let me tell you the truth. It took me 3,000 hours to reach a good level. Y solo para la mayoría, solo vale un buen nivel, pero muy buen nivel. Other people know. Some people only need a minimum English, and other people approach English as a hobby. But if you're 15 years old, or 20 years old, or 25 or 30 years old, and English is important for your profession in the future, you need to learn English really well. No a medias, ni a tres cuartos. Muy bien. Tienes que ir a un nivel de 1 al 10, no, pero 1 al 9 sí. Si quedas en el 8, notarás la frustración de no tener un buen dominio. You know. And you need to know English well enough that you understand it the first time, every time. If you go to London for a critical meeting and there are 3 Brits, 1 Irishman, 2 Americans and 1 Australian, good luck, my friend. But you need to understand because you're the only representative from Spain. Como mi amigo Vicente. Yeah, Vicente está triste, asustado y tenso. Su aplomo de siempre va en claro descenso. Because he's in a meeting and he doesn't understand. Representar a España en un encuentro tan clave y no cazar ondas de verdad muy grave. Our good friend Vicente. And this is a true story of a man, a very successful man in Spain, presidente de su gremio, representing Spain in London, and he didn't understand. Gotitas de sudor se le formaban en la frente mientras escuchaba con calma aparente, but he wasn't understanding. Don't let this happen to you. Learn English well, okay? Break time? ¿Para un descanso? Okay. 5 minutes. Be back. Be back. Estate de vuelta. Be back in 5 minutes.